Listen, I want to tell you about your date, okay? Now, she's a very cute girl, but she's not your usual type of girl.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another show. This week, we're going to discuss 5 things you probably didn't know about the Fonz from Happy Days. Stay tuned and you'll discover why Henry Winkler, who played Fonzie, refused to do this one thing that the networks demanded him to do. But first, let's take a brief look at the history of the show Happy Days. The series began as an unsold pilot starring Howard, Ross, and Anson Williams, which aired in 1972 as a segment titled Love and the television set on ABC's anthology show Love, American Style. Based on the pilot, director George Lucas cast Howard as the lead in his 1973 film American Graffiti. The major differences between the Love American Style episode and the subsequent series were Harold Gould playing Howard. When he wasn't available, they got Tom Bosley for the show. Also, Susan Nair would play Joni, who would later be played by Erin Moran, and Rick Carrot played Chuck. That role would later be played by Gavin O'Hirley and Randolph Roberts. Number 5. Fonzie was afraid of motorcycles. Although Fonzie loved motorcycles, Henry Winkler was terrified of them. Most of the scenes of Fonzie riding the motorcycle were shot with the bike attached to a platform and being pulled by a truck. Number 4. Fonzie saved a boy from committing suicide. At the height of the show's popularity, a call came through to Paramount Studios from a teenaged boy who was contemplating suicide and wanted to talk to Fonzie.
I have a 17-year-old kid on the ledge, and he is threatening to jump off, and he will only talk to you. I said, okay, what is your name? John. John, okay. How old are you, John? 17. You're 17, you're on the ledge, why do you want to jump? I want to be an actor. So you're 17, you haven't made it yet. Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you collect records? Do you have a record collection? I said, do you have a record collection? He said, yes. I said, okay, so before you jump, John, will you just will them to me? Do me a favor. If you get off the ledge, let's talk about acting, okay? All right, yeah, hand the phone. Yeah, okay. All right, you're inside now? Okay, I was 27 when I got the Fonz, John. I think you've got 10 good years to keep trying. How about that? Will you do that? Okay, can I get back to rehearsing? Thank you.
You saved his life.
Henry Winkler took the call and gave the boy a pep talk about life, convincing him to give it another chance. Number 3. Amon Key auditions for the role of Fonzie. Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees auditioned for the role of Fonzie. However, at 6 foot he was considerably taller than the other main cast members, and the producers decided that the Fonzie character should be more at an eye level with his peers. A search for a shorter actor resulted in Henry Winkler's hiring. Dolenz later praised Winkler's portrayal in his autobiography. Ironically, while Dolenz was exactly 3 inches taller than the 5'9" Ron Howard, Winkler was 5'6" exactly 3 inches shorter. Number 2. Henry Winkler's inspiration for Fonzie. Henry Winkler has said that he based some of Fonzie's movements and speech pattern on Sylvester Stallone. Winkler had worked with Stallone years earlier in The Lords of Flatbush, 1974. Number 1. By the time of Happy Days it had become a cliché for greasers, hoodlums, etc. to always be combing their hair. Henry Winkler argued against doing this, saying it would make the Fonz look like an ordinary hoodlum. The producers disagreed and ordered Winkler to follow the script.
I made a deal with myself that I would never comb my hair. I would never chew gum. I would never wear a Garrison belt, you know, those big thick belts they wore in the 50s with the buckle off to the side. I'd never have cigarettes in my sleeve because every actor who ever played this character did that. They said, go comb your hair. I said, no, I can't do that because I made a promise to myself that I'm not going to do that. He said, it's written here. The producer said, you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Okay, now I got to be true to myself, but I can't be disrespectful. So I walked to the mirror, took out my comb. Hey, you don't have to because it's perfect. And that's how that moment came to be. I was being true to myself, but I had to do what was written. And that became the, the kind of like seminal moment of the character.
And that was our top 5 things you probably didn't know about the Fonz. Did you know any of these little-known facts about Arthur Fonzarelli? Let us know what you thought in the comments section. We hope you enjoyed this show. If you did, please click the like button below, ring the bell to stay informed of upcoming shows, and subscribe to my channel. I also want to mention my Carl Vincent Vampire Hunter franchise. If you are interested, check the links below for more information. Until next time, this is Andrew in for Kevin Gibbon saying live long and prosper. May the force be with you and keep reaching for the stars.